As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. I was born into freedom in a wonderful land of mountains and plains, rivers and lakes. Forever American is what I am. A past as rich as any can be. My father's worked hard to give this to me. I love this place I come from. To live another way I cannot foresee. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. As an American, I've been to the peaks of majestic mountains where the air is sweet. I've watched the eagle as it soars in beautiful skies that just can't be ignored. And by this country I'll always stand, for freedom and liberty for every man. When times are hard and things get rough, America always stands ready and rough. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. Forever American is what I am.
Hello, 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 where the truth matters, and how you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Real News Live. Hopefully you guys are all having a great night. Hi BK, hi James, hi Nana, hi Debbie, hi Brian, hi Tia, hi Matt, hi Glinda, hi Richard. How you guys all doing tonight? Let's just talk about this craziness that is happening around the world, and start off with wildfires. You know, the wildfire in Hawaii, is having problems with the phone. But Hawaii delayed diverting water, didn't sound the alarm, cut power to the area, limiting, of course, people to be able to reach these elderlies that were lost in the fire. All that amongst the bizarre things that have happened with this fire. Something the government's not talking about, and I don't know why, and it's very important that we do talk about it, is a solar storm. Of course, registered here at NASA on Monday, but it was actually Sunday. Sunday at night, around the same time that the fire started. This was a class or category 3, a strong category 3 on the 5-point scale, issued by NOAA. Now, strong solar storms have been known before to cause power issues with power lines. But the problem is, if we were to admit that this was from solar radiation, or from a solar storm, charged particles, of course, hitting the Earth's atmosphere, if the government were to admit that, that would have to admit that solar activity is much higher than normal. The water was turned off. It wasn't so was power. They actually stopped the water from flowing there, which is ridiculous. That part of why. None of that. Let's look at fires in Canada, as of course fires there are wreaking havoc as well. Closing Yellowknife, the highway out of Yellowknife. And of course, fire moving within major cities now, causing, of course, massive evacuations. I mean, 22 flights had to leave Yellowknife itself. 22 flights with 1,800 more passengers. They already left, of course, with 1,500 other passengers last night. So 1,800 tonight. That's over 3,300 people having to be evacuated. And all this coincides with another solar storm that hit that area. So 2 solar storms, desperately having problems. Over 20,000 residents in Canada having to be evacuated in total. Of course, 3,300 have already been evacuated by tonight. It's crazy, with these powerful storms knocking out radios and other issues causing around them. Why isn't the government actually just admitting what's wrong? That's a big question. Why is the government playing these games? Why aren't we hearing the truth? I mean, this is serious. I mean, if anybody's paying attention, that's just the beginning. Government hiding stuff, there's nothing new to that. I mean, let alone, special prosecutors getting assigned to Hunter Biden's case. Now the judge dismisses Hunter Biden's misdemeanor tax charges. The federal judge overseeing Hunter Biden's case in Delaware dismissed the 2 misdemeanor charges against him in a filing Thursday. Yesterday, that's right. The judge has dismissed the charges. This is ridiculous. Dismissing the charges against a Biden. Wow. Time for a wake-up call, isn't it? I mean, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. This isn't a question of favoritism or elites getting what they want. No, this is definitely not the case. I mean, saying the investigation had reached a stage that the special counsel got reassigned, allowing everything to go on. Dropping charges against Hunter Biden, which we know committed these crimes. It's not a question. Millions of dollars of unpaid taxes. It is no joke. If that was me or you, we would be in prison. It's time to wake up. Hi, Alex. How you doing tonight? Hi, Richard. Hi, Greg. It's crazy. Crazy. Watching how everything is unfolding. Yeah, we hope Sarah's doing well. I know she hasn't been online much. But watching this special counsel being appointed, and then the judge deciding to drop or dismiss the case against him. Nothing being charged is what's happening. And nothing being charged is truly a joke. Meanwhile, Biden is releasing frozen Iranian funds. Yes, the U.S. had sanctions against Iran, and Biden releasing those frozen funds undermining undermining all U.S. sanctions worldwide. What a surprise. Again, Biden does not actively protect the United States. Instead, he does the disinterest of the United States, releasing billions of dollars in Iranian funds frozen by the United States under Trump's administration. Iran will not be receiving any sanction relief, and we will continue enforcing all sanctions, according to Blinken, the Secretary of State. This is a joke at this point. We're giving back all their money and letting them do anything they want, but we're not going to say anything about it. We're going to release sanctions. We're going to drop charges on Biden, or Hunter Biden. And nobody's talking about the cocaine yet in the White House. Still, no charges brought up about that. But of course, Secret Service should bring charges. Yeah, Trump's supposed to be on Tucker, said at the debate tomorrow. We'll see. We're going to be having, or Wednesday, we're going to have the debate live. This is crazy, though. Matt Gaetz wants answers, of course, on the judge in the Trump case in D.C. Matt Gaetz on Friday, of course, introduced a long-shot resolution to censure and open an investigation on the judge, of course, that appointed by Obama, and the judge overseeing the federal trial into former President Trump's allegations to overturn the 2020 election. Now, this has a lot more than just overseeing what happened there. The investigation, of course, and the censure resolution on Friday that is focused on past comments by the district judge herself, especially about the 2020 Black Lives Matter demonstrations versus Trump. I mean, during multiple sessions, he said during a 2021 sentencing hearing for January 6 rioters that comparisons between the Capitol attacks and BLM unrest are falsely equivalent, ignoring that very real threat posed by January 6th to democracy. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. So there was a real threat on January 6th, but throughout the BLM protests that went into multiple state houses and state senates, courtrooms, courthouses, burnt them down to the ground, police stations, police officers being attacked, people being killed. Not just one or two. We've seen it countless times. They thought it was a game. That wasn't a threat to democracy. Riots, like we had for the BLM, garbage riots, came. It just sickens me that those were okay. Those don't even equivalent to what happened on January 6th. January 6th were rioters, supposedly, and BLM was just civil unrest. It was just protesting. This is truly a joke. Where did democracy go? When did our country decide to head down this hole that is so deep? I mean, this judge massively donated to Obama's campaign in 2008 and 2009, as well as her remarks during the 2022 hearing that the January 6 rioters acted out of blind loyalty to one person, by the way, remains free to this day. How can she make that comment and then be a judge in this trial? Doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. How can she donate to Obama's campaign and be appointed to a judgeship in D.C.? It doesn't make sense. She's openly biased and partisan, and she's openly doing this during the conduct of her official duties as a federal judge. The House Judiciary Committee needs to investigate this. Truly. This isn't the only Republican member of Congress who needs to go after her. Everybody does. Democrats should be going after this as well, whether it's for their party or not, because this sets a precedence. Letting this go on is relentless and hostile. She will bend over backwards to prosecute people that are against her political party. We've already seen that. We got people behind bars that were charged with misdemeanor crimes, serving 4 years in prison for trespassing. Literally, for trespassing. And nobody's saying anything about it. Wake up, people. Wake up. If you're not awake yet, you need to wake up. The craziness doesn't stop there. As the U.S. is readying plans to evacuate, of course, bases in Niger and Niger in Africa, as of course the new commanding or new officials there don't want U.S. there. Not a surprise. The key drone base and counterterrorism bases in Niger that are becoming unnecessary. The West African nation saying that the Air Force Command in Africa needs to go. They do not want U.S. troops there. They do not want U.S. involved. Not a question. Why would they? We've been stealing assets from them, and they know it. I mean, it's crazy. It's sad to admit, but America is not what it used to be. Biden is a true joke at this point. Biden administration is extending temporary legal status for Ukrainians living in the U.S., dodging draft. This is what they are. They're draft dodgers. Let's be honest, because Ukraine's under a mandatory draft. And the move to make 166,000 Ukrainians eligible for temporary protective status, up from the current 2,000 or 2,600. That's right, 166,700 Ukrainians for protective status, so they don't have to go back and be drafted by their war against Russia. What a surprise. Let's talk about the aid money that's been going to Ukraine, because nobody wants to talk about this. Of course, it's been flagged as fake news, but these are not fake. This is not a fake article. That's the problem. Sex workers for Ukraine's injured veterans? That's right. Resex, a charity that tries to help former soldiers with their sexual lives and suffering physical and mental trauma. And yes, charities are getting foreign aid from who? Oh, the U.S. Let's be honest. This Resex company, of course, and started last year when Russia started invading forces launched a brutal siege on Ukraine's port cities and pounded much of it to ruins. You know, so we're funding sex workers for people that have broken noses, broken jaws, bad concussions, anything that could, of course, make them feel not manly enough for themselves. We're going to pay for sex workers to go there and service them. We're paying. Our tax dollars are paying for prostitutes. It's not the first time, let's be honest, our tax dollars pay for prostitutes. I mean, or paid to cover up prostitution. This is ridiculous. That charitable donations like Resex even exist. I mean, this is crazy. They, of course, found her. It's joking herself. But this was founded back in 2018 after what happened in 2016. But of course, this money. No, but we have massive solar storms, Linda. I don't know if you were in earlier when I was talking about it. Massive solar storms. And I think that's what's been causing these fires. Canada had to evacuate last night and tonight, and they're probably going to evacuate all 20,000 residents in the Illinois. But meanwhile, we're funding what's happening in Ukraine, funding sex workers, the U.S. sending massive amounts of money, and the U.S. now committing to approving F-16s for Ukraine as soon as training is complete. Now let's talk about something. Over 2 million U.S. or Ukrainian soldiers have been injured to the point they cannot fight in the war anymore. Over 500,000 dead Ukrainian soldiers. We're having to send F-16s after sending weapons, more weapons, more weapons, more weapons. Because Russia's losing the war? I think we really need to wake up. At this point, there's something bigger happening. The U.S. is trying to draw itself into World War III by U.S. committing to approving the transfer of F-16s, a hard line in Russia, not a questionable hard line. This is a big problem. They're trying to say who's going to provide the F-16s to Ukraine, but the U.S., of course, approving it is a drastic issue. Oh, we'll talk about Maui tomorrow night. We're going to go into detail about some of the stuff going on in Maui, but the residents there feel terrible for it. But watching, of course, this effort to up the ante of war in Ukraine. Yes, Netherlands, Denmark, all have been approached. Instructors, of course, and instruction material from Denmark to Ukraine are going on for sure right now. It's crazy. They're going to begin training on the F-16s later this month. An ongoing sign that the U.S. backing for this program is ridiculous. As we know, the ridiculous over $100 billion going to Ukraine. It's a sad place we live. It's sad. There's nothing else you can say about it. And then we have China readying for whatever they need to do, as Chinese army has been filmed preparing for conflicts in the Taiwan Strait. Videos showing troops running past anti-landing barricades similar to those dotting the Taiwanese coast. Chinese army is releasing videos showing soldiers preparing for conflict in what appears to be the Taiwan Strait. The minute-and-a-half video, of course, published in the Eastern Theater Command official WeChat account titled Reading the Strait. I mean, this is crazy. They're ready to go in. You know who's going to rely on them the most? We're relying on Taiwan because our modern technology demands it. So we're pushing for a war with Russia while we know we have a war brewing with China. That's not the only place we have war brewing. Iran as well. Oh, wait, we just gave them back their money because we just believe they can just do anything they want. And we wonder why our sanctions look like a joke. We wonder why BRICS is becoming a solid asset nation. More trouble than it's worth, in my opinion. And that's not the only place we got trouble. The U.S., of course, sending spy aircraft trying to go over North Korea again. North Korea's military, of course, scrambled warplanes after U.S. reconnaissance intruded into the economic zone off the east coast of North Korea. And this is a dangerous military provocation, especially against North Korea, that is considered a little bit crazy at times. But yet we're doing it. We don't care. We're going to see how far we can push it. I can't understand what you're talking about. It's crazy. Yeah, great distraction from his crime the crimes that are happening. Now, Russia has hypersonic missiles on nuclear submarines. We know this. No, I cannot take calls. No calls. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We'll be back live tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, though. Please make sure you tune in then. If you're following the page, please hit that like button and share us out. If you're not following, hit that follow button. Make sure you turn on notifications for all posts. Otherwise, you will not receive any notifications from our live feeds. But God bless you guys. God bless America the way it needs to be. We need to get back to our truth and our freedoms. We need to free America from this ridiculousness that we're facing day by day. God bless you guys. God bless America. And of course, have a wonderful night.